Hi everyone, my name is Matea and welcome to our practice today. I prepared a flow for us to reset the whole body after a long travel day, specifically targeting the hips, shoulders, and the neck. We'll get started in a cross-legged seat. I'll meet you there. We'll begin by stretching into the neck. Start by drawing the right ear towards the right shoulder. Let the neck hang heavy here for a few breaths. Then drop your chin down towards your chest. Let the neck hang in center. And then left ear draws towards left shoulder. Let your neck hang in that bend for a few breaths. And then slowly bring the head back upright. Next, we'll bring both hands behind the head, elbows out wide. On your next inhale, gaze up towards the ceiling. Let your head fall into your fingertips. Exhale, round chin down towards chest, gaze down at your lap. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. One more inhale to bring the neck back through center. And then you can let the arms drop. And then we'll move into some side bends from here. Plant your left hand firmly beside you. Then reach your right arm straight up towards the ceiling. Then arc that arm up and overhead. Focus on bringing that upper shoulder blade back in space to stay proud in the chest. Start to unbend, meet me back in center. Right hand plants, left arm reaches, arc it up and overhead. Bring the left shoulder blade back in space. And then meet me back in center. We'll take seated cat-cows from here. Start by cactusing the arms out wide. On your next inhale, seated cow, chest forward, sway in the back. Bring the arms back in space. Exhale for seated cat, round the spine from end to end, draw the forearms together, gaze down at your lap. Inhale, let the chest expand, gaze up. Exhale, round the spine from end to end. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. And then bring the spine back upright and let the arms drop. Maybe take a quick shimmy of the shoulders. And next we'll set up for some windshield wipers. Plant your feet in front of you a little bit wider than hip width distance and bring your hands back behind you to support the upper body. From here, let the knees windshield wiper from side to side at your own pace here. Focus on bringing your inner knees nice and close to the ground. Maybe they even touch here. Start to even out those windshield wipers. And then we're going to set up for a 90-90 seated twist. So next time your knees fall over towards the right, go ahead and leave them there and sit up nice and tall from here. From here, take a big inhale to find length in the spine. Exhale, twist towards the right. Your left elbow or left hand might come to your right thigh to traction you into this twist. Gaze might look over the right shoulder. Start to unwind, meet me back in center. We'll take the 90-90 on the other side here. Let the knees drop over towards the left. Then sit up nice and tall on your next inhale. Exhale, twist. Your right hand might come to the left thigh to traction you into that twist. And then start to unwind from here. And we'll come into seated butterfly. Soles of feet meet, knees out wide, hands rest on the ankles. From here, use your inhale to find length in the spine. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from the hips. Inhale helps you find length. Exhale helps you sink forward. Stay for 2 more breaths. And then slowly bring the spine back upright. And we'll transition into tabletop from here. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And we'll take cat-cow from our tabletop. On your next inhale, cow pose, chest forward, sway in the back, gaze forward. Exhale for cat, round the spine from end to end, hollow out the body. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. And then meet me back in stillness with a neutral spine. And we'll take some thread the needles here. Start by planting your left hand firmly down, then reach your right arm straight up towards the ceiling, gaze up. Take a big inhale here. Then on your exhale, thread right arm under left, but let the shoulder hover here for a second. Then inhale, reach back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread and hover. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread and hover. Pause here, and then let the shoulder blade rest down on the mat. Few deep breaths here. Start to press into your left palm, reach the right arm back up towards the ceiling, and then meet me back in tabletop. We'll do that on the other side. This time, right hand plants, left arm reaches, inhale, exhale, thread and hover. Inhale, reach, exhale, thread and hover. Inhale, reach, exhale, thread and hover. Pause there. Let the shoulder meet the mat here. Few deep breaths into the left shoulder. Then press back into the right palm, reach the left arm back up, and return to tabletop. And we'll take a 3-legged table from here. Extend your right leg long behind you, press out through the heel. Then we'll meet in modified lizard lunge. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. From here, options to intensify. You might nuzzle that left knee back. Maybe tuck the left toes, come high on the ball mound of the back foot. Maybe forearms nuzzle down to mat or blocks below if you're using them. Wherever you found yourself, send a few deep breaths into this hip. Stay for 1 more breath. Then we'll all meet back in modified lizard lunge with hands planted, back knee down, and we'll set up for a lizard twist. Transfer your weight into your left hand, then pick up your right hand, gently press on the right inner thigh, gaze out towards the right here. Just a gentle twist on that hip. Good. Start to unwind, meet me back in center. And we'll come into low lunge, heel toe the right foot in between the hands, then rise the torso up. Reach towards the ceiling, then let the shoulder blade soften down the back. From here, we'll take a side bend. Start by clasping your hands behind your head, but let the fingertips point up towards the ceiling. Take a big inhale to find length in the spine. Exhale, bend towards the right, towards your front knee. And then meet me back in center, and we'll come into half splits. Bring your hands down to frame your front foot, straighten out the right leg, drive that heel into the mat, flex toes towards shin. You should feel a stretch in the back of this right leg line here. For more challenge, you might fly your arms back behind you, pinkies draw in towards midline, proud in the chest. Good. We'll start to meet back in tabletop. Bend into your front knee. Plant the hands. Maybe from tabletop you take a cat-cow to reset the spine. We'll do that all on the other side. Start by meeting me in a lizard lunge or a three-legged table on the left. Extend your left leg long behind you. Press out through the heel. Then step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Modified lizard lunge. Same options to intensify. Maybe you tuck those back toes. Maybe you let the forearms drop down to the mat or blocks below. Stay for a few deep breaths. Send them into that left hip. We'll all meet back in modified lizard. Plant the hands, drop the back knee. We'll twist out our lizard lunge, transfer the weight into the right hand. Pick up your left hand, gently press the left inner thigh away. Gaze left. Start to unwind. Plant the left hand back down and heel toe the left foot in between the hands, setting up for low lunge. Rise the torso up. Reach towards the ceiling. Then let the shoulders be soft. And we'll take our side bend from here. Take your clasp above the head and side bend towards the left. Start to unbend, meet me back in center, and half splits. Release the clasp, hands come down to frame the front foot. Drive left heel into mat, flex toes towards shin. Feel the stretch in the back of the left leg line. Again, for more challenge, maybe you fly your arms back behind you, pinkies draw in towards midline. And then we'll meet back in tabletop, plant the hands, knees under the hips. And we'll come into downward facing dog from here. Tuck the toes, send the hips high towards the ceiling. Press into the palms, lengthen through the arms, lengthen through the side body. Energetically draw heels down towards mat. We'll take a three-legged dog from here. Extend your right leg long behind you, press out through the heel. Then runner's lunge. Step the right foot in between the hands. Find a little lift in the chest, high on the ball mound of that back foot. Gaze forward. From here, option to twist out our runner's lunge. Left hand plants, right arm reaches, gaze up towards the ceiling. Let that right shoulder blade fall back in space. Start to bring your right hand back down to frame the front foot. We'll meet in crescent lunge, rise the torso upright, reach towards the ceiling, then let the shoulder blades soften down the back. And just in our low lunge, we'll have an option to side bend here. Clasp your hands above your head, let the fingertips point up towards the ceiling, side bend towards the right. Then start to unbend, meet me back in center. Release the clasp, and we'll come into warrior two. Pivot on the back foot, arms open up to the front and back of our space. Press into the knife edge of your back foot. Recommit to the bend in your front knee. Reverse your warrior, reach the right arm back behind you, gaze up for your fingertips above. Next breath brings us back to warrior two. And we'll set up for triangle. Straighten out the front leg. Reach forward with the right hand. Then open your arms from floor to ceiling. Gaze up for your fingertips above. Focus on bringing the left shoulder blade back in space. Then we'll come into a wide-legged forward fold. Feet come parallel to the short edges of the mat. Aim your crown down towards the ground. Focus on letting the head hang heavy here. Let the hips stay high to the sky. You can always take a little bend in the knees if that feels better. Plant your hands right in front of your face. Press into them to halfway lift the spine. Then rise into 5-pointed star. Reach towards the seams of the room. Take up space, brighten the body. Spread the fingertips out wide. And then we'll meet in goddess squat, toes out, heels in, sink the hips. Weight in the knife edges of the feet. Hug outer glutes towards midline. Good. Then we'll all come back into a crescent lunge on the front of our space. Pivot on the feet. Let the shoulders soften down. Then runner's lunge, hands come down to frame the front foot. Then step back into downward facing dog. We'll do that whole flow on the other side. Start by coming into a 3-legged dog on the left. Extend your left leg long behind you. Press out through the heel. Then step the left foot through into runner's lunge. High on the ball mound of that back foot. Lift in the chest. Gaze forward. Option from here to twist out our runner's lunge. Right hand plants, left arm reaches, gaze up. And then bring the left hand back down to frame the front foot. Once you find your stability, rise into crescent lunge. Recommit to that bend in the front knee. Let the shoulders be soft. Option to side bend from here. Clasp your hands above the head. Side bend towards the left. Unbend, meet me back in center. And then open into warrior 2. Pivot on the back foot. Let the shoulders soften down. Press your outer left knee out towards the left here. And reverse your warrior. Reach the left arm back behind you. Gaze up. And then warrior 2. We'll set up for triangle. Front leg straightens, reach with the left hand, then open the arms from floor to ceiling. Gaze up for your fingertips above. This upper shoulder might come back in space. Stay proud in the chest. And then wide-legged forward fold. Let your crown hang heavy here. Plant the hands, halfway lift the spine, gaze forward. Then 5-pointed star, reach towards the seams of the room, take up space, brighten the body. And then goddess squat, toes in, or toes out, heels in, sink the hips. Weight in the outside edges of the feet, stack the rib cage on top of the hips. Then we'll all meet in a crescent lunge at the top of our space, high on the ball mound of that back foot, deep bend in the front knee. Then runner's lunge, hands come down to frame your front foot. Then step back into downward facing dog. We'll do that flow one more time on each side, picking up the pace just a little bit. Start by coming into a 3-legged dog on the right. Then come into runner's lunge. Step the right foot in between the hands. From here, twist it out. Left hand plants, right arm reaches, gaze up. Bring the right hand back down to frame the front foot and rise into crescent lunge. Then open up, warrior 2. Reverse your warrior, reach the right arm back behind you. And then return back to warrior 2 and set up for triangle. From triangle, meet me in a wide-legged forward fold. And right away, plant the hands, halfway lift the spine, gaze forward. Then rise into 5-pointed star. Take up space. And then goddess squat, toes out, heels in, sink the hips. Then return back to a crescent lunge at the top of your space. Hands come down for runner's lunge. Then downward facing dog. 2 breaths in down dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Then 3-legged dog on the left. Extend your left leg back behind you and step it through for runner's lunge. From here, option to twist, right hand plants, left arm reaches, gaze up. Then bring the left hand back down to frame the front foot and rise into crescent lunge. Then warrior 2. From warrior 2, reverse your warrior. And then return back. And we'll set up for triangle, reach, and open. And then wide-legged forward fold. Let the crown hang heavy. Plant the hands, halfway lift. Rise into 5-pointed star. Take up space. Then goddess pose, toes in or toes out, heels in, sink the hips. Start to pivot on your toes. Meet me back in a crescent lunge at the top of your space. Then runner's lunge. Then downward facing dog. 1 full round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Then meet me in a plank pose here, rocking the shoulders over the hands. Then keeping elbows close to the body, lower the body all the way down to the mat. And we'll come into crocodile. Palms stack, elbows out wide. Let your forehead rest on top of your hands. You might just hang out in stillness or bend the knees. Let the shins swivel from side to side. If you're taking those swivels, start to pause. Extend the legs back long behind you. And we'll set up for wide-armed baby cobra. Bring your hands off the mat on tented fingers. And then use your next inhale to rise, just like baby cobra. Peel your shoulders away from the mat, gaze forward. On your exhale, drop your right shoulder in towards midline, gaze left. Inhale brings you back through center. Exhale, dip left shoulder, gaze right. Inhale back through center. Exhale, dip. Inhale, center. Exhale, dip. One more inhale to meet me back in center. Then bring your chest all the way down to the mat. And then press yourself back into a child's pose. Toes touch, knees out wide. Let the forehead rest on the mat. Bring your awareness here back to the breath, back to the present moment. And then we'll start transitioning onto our backs for the rest of our practice. Start by drawing both knees in towards chest. Place one hand on each knee and guide your knees in a circular motion, massaging around the sacrum, that flat area in the low back. You might switch the direction you're rotating the knees, going the other way. And then start to pause here. Plant your feet right in front of your seat, and we'll set up for figure 4. Plant the left foot firmly down, then pick up the right leg, cross right ankle over the top of the left thigh. You might keep this left foot grounded here, or pick up this whole shape, bring it closer to you, clasp behind the thigh or in front of the shin. Energetically drawing this outer right knee towards the back of your mat could help you really engage that hip. Start to bring the left foot back down to the mat if it's not there already. And from here, we'll have an option for a figure 4 twist. Start by extending your arms out long to the sides. Then plant the right foot off the long left edge of the mat, still keeping this figure 4 shape there. From here, just send a few deep breaths into this hip. One more breath here. Then bring your legs back through center and arms come back down by the sides, and we'll reset for the other side. This time, left ankle crosses over the top of the right thigh. Maybe you keep the right foot grounded or pick up this whole shape, clasp behind the right thigh. Energetically draw this outer left knee towards the back of your mat. Start to ground your right foot if it's not there already, and extend your arms out wide for that figure 4 twist. Plant the left foot off the long right edge of the mat. Good. You might press this outer right knee towards the back of your space to feel this in your side hip right here. And then gently bring the knees back through center and plant left foot down next to right. And again, we'll draw both knees in towards chest. Bring your hands around your shins and then curl your forehead up towards your knees, curling into a tight ball here. Keep compressing into this tight ball. Full flexion. Then release this tension, let the arms go long, legs go long. Final resting pose, Shavasana. Stay here for 10 deep breaths, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the mouth. Start to invite gentle movement back into the body, wiggling fingers and toes, maybe reaching the arms back behind you for a full body stretch. And then start to make your way into a fetal position on either side of the body, pausing for one full round of breath before meeting me in a seat. And we'll seal our practice today with one final breath together. Empty the lungs out completely. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. The light in me honors and reflects the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you again for joining me for this post-travel flow. I hope your body feels all good and reset and ready to tackle your normal routine again. Thank you again for joining me.